enjoy what.
First ever.
A 2-on-1. Oh!
Did he bring it in? He did!
It is Ella Reyes.
At center, a junior, number 14,
Allison Miranda.
At DS, a senior, number 20,
Lila Wycall.
And opposite, a senior, number 26, Lila Oss. And the libero, a senior, number 34, Ella Keegan. The assistant coaches are Nathan Lacey. The head coach for the Bulldogs is Laurel Oss. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we now ask everyone please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
To Rhode Island College, the Murray Center, Providence, Rhode Island, for our second match here at NFHS of Rhode Island Interscholastic League Girls Volleyball. This is the Division II final featuring Barrington High School and Westerly High School. My name is Scott Reslow. I'm the head men's volleyball coach at Wheaton College in Norton, Massachusetts, also the guy that runs Res V Systems. And I'm joined by John Parenti, the legendary radio guy from Rhode Island. We got to come up with a better introduction to you.
You got one day to do it.
Well, you could help out. Anyway, John, we got two good
Short little fat guy who likes sports. How's that? And has a job. That's it.
And I will never call you that again. Anyway, we have Westerly and Barrington. Westerly, the number 1 seed, undefeated going into this one. And then we have Barrington, who is the 2 seed and ended up getting here by beating Mount Hope in 3. Just really took care of business over there. These two teams are going to go at it, John. What do you think?
Westerly looking to become an undefeated champion at 21-0. They have outscored their opponents by set 54-6 over the course of the year. They are a juggernaut, a true juggernaut.
Barrington starters, Leonard, Muehlbauer, Jagar, McCran, freshman, Boss, and Farrell. And the liberos, Floriani. And we're going to get started with Miranda serving. McCran keeps permitting the floor. It's going to be a swing by McCran on the back row, and the first kill to the Barrington Eagles. Meanwhile, for Westerly, it's Rosario, Crawford, Reyes, Miranda, Wycall, and Auth, with Keegan being the libero.
Good to get that first point that quickly if you're Barrington.
Muehlbauer back to serve. It's going to be an overpass and a ball put to the floor.
Even better to get the first 2 points of the match.
Farrell took the overpass and put it to the floor, which is what you're supposed to do. Muehlbauer back to serve. Gonna test the libero. Up to it, now Crawford's gonna get her first swing and miss long.
Westerly uncharacteristically tight, Scott.
So Keegan passed a pretty good ball. They ran to Crawford out of the on the right side. Crawford missed long, 3-0 Barrington. Mulebarrow gets Lila off high, and it's a 4-0 start for Barrington. This Barrington side, John, is known for their serving. They have many, many aces on the year. In fact, they served 24 aces in the quarterfinal match. I didn't get to have statistics for the semi, but they serve so tough. Crawford gets slowed down. They run the middle, and huge swing for Farrell. 5-0 Barrington has the advantage.
They came out ready to play.
Great run in the middle. McCran in the front row. McCran has been a back row player for the last 3 or 4 weeks with an injury, and now she's in the front. And off, misses trying to go cross court. So Westerly in all sorts of trouble here early. 6-0 run to start the match.
Lila says no big deal. Time to go.
Mulebarrow serves another tough one. Off, keeps it in play, and the block holds by Farrell. Farrell and Jagar say no, and now the timeout for Westerly is the toughest start you can think of has occurred. 7-0. Timeout on the floor as Westerly needs to get back into rhythm. We'll step away as both teams talk it over. You're watching NFHS.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is...
Bauer. Geez, can I get my mouth right? Mulebarrow serves long. And that's the first point for the Bulldogs, much needed. So Westerly on the board, Crawford has the ball. Again, Barrington known for serving tough. They also run some plays a lot of times on free as that ball passed kind of tough. So it's going to be a free ball attempt, and in the end, Jagara misses.
Fowler right there.
Crawford with her second serve. This time little barrel up to it. They go right side to McCran. Ball past the antenna, and she had to try to correct it. Could not do so. So a 3-point run now for Westerly. 4-point advantage doesn't feel as bad as 7. Westerly has a bunch of very good parts. Usually they dominate in the middle. There's a high ball to Jagar. And the block holds from Fowler. Fowler, a 6'1" right side for Westerly. The senior has done a nice job.
It can't be understated. This has been easy for them the last 4 points.
Solid pass this time. It's going to be an out-of-system ball by Jagar, who ends up finding the line and gets the kill. So not a hard swing by Jagar, but still enough to find the ball down the line and keep the gap at 4 points. And now Emma McCran will serve.
See if they can make another run.
Crawford fights it off. It's going to be a free ball over. No, it's going to be an error. That ball error and another point to Barrington. McCran, tough serve, better pass. They go outside. And that ball dug easily. And now Claudia, Claudia Leonard is going to have a hitting error.
Boy,
9-5 Barrington, John Ayla Keegan to serve. Hoth tries to put it over on the first overpass, does not. Now Leonard's going to take another swing. Dug by Crawford, ball pushed over. Run a back one front run, this time to Jagar, but the ball's dug. Off goes, challenges the block.
great dig.
Dig was picked up. Now Off's going to take a full rip, but can't clear tape. Barrington extends their lead by 5.
Big dig by Muehlbauer.
Boss comes in, a sophomore middle. He's playing really good volleyball these days. As Floriani serves the ball out of bounds.
Lefty went a little bit too long.
Lila Oth, certainly in the conversation for D2 Player of the Year. She does a little bit of everything. Ball passed by McCram, but it's going to be a tough swing for Leonard, who misses long. Oth is another one of those players that's going to play Division I volleyball next year. She's going to go play for Manhattan University in New York. She serves McCran, who passes a Pearl. Tried to run the middle, but it's going to be 4 touches as the connection for the 31 does not go.
Lila Oth's dad was an exceptional athlete at Westerly High.
Westerly crawling back in, only down 2. Ball passed pretty well. They go right side to Jagar, who goes cross court and gets it off of Crawford for the winner.
Barrington completely unfazed with the opponents on the other side of the net.
Jagar will leave, Fogarty will come in, and Melissa Freshman will be the new server. She'll also set. Freshman overwhelms Miranda. Good serve by Freshman. Both teams run the 6-2. Freshman. Good pass by Crawford. They go middle to Reyes. And Florani makes chase, and it's a great effort, but just can't control it. Reyes' first kill.
I really like the mindset of Ron Enos' team. These Eagles are completely unfazed at who's on the other side of the net.
They're working hard and making plays. Lila Wycall now has the ball for Westerly. Facing a little bit of a deficit. Going to test McCran. Kept alive by Freshman. Oh, great dig off the strong swing by Reyes, and then a miss hit by Miranda. So a huge dig by McCran as Reyes tried to put a good charge on the ball running middle. Barrington extends the lead. Claudia Leonard. Had her role have to change a little bit when McCran was out with an injury, as Leonard gets an ace.
Second ace of the evening for Barrington very early. Or is it the third?
Feels like it's the 5th. 14-9 Barrington as they've come out sharp here in this first set. Another mean serve. Well played this time by Keegan. Crawford's going to take a bid, but dug by Florani. And now McCran takes a rip on the right side that can't be contained.
And Scott, in their semifinal round win over Cumberland, Westerly came out the same way, very slowly. Ended up losing the first set, and they came back, won the next 3.
Yes, but Cumberland put a scare in them. Cumberland won the first set, lost the second set, but then lost the next 2 by 2 points each time, 27-25 and 25-23.
Here's a gift.
It's the missed serve by Leonard. Allows the gap to be 5. Ella Reyes, a sophomore, very talented middle. McCran's going to put a charge on that one and get the kill. Generally, that would be a free ball territory, but McCran took the huge rip.
Now, if you're Westerly, You're in that area where you have to start making a run, or thinking about making a run.
Farrell in, Boss to serve. Boss. Very tough serve for Westerly to handle. It's an overpass. Rally continues. Off sets Miranda, but it's way past the antenna. Still makes a good play, and Miranda gets the kill. Feels like that was a big kill to have. Now Miranda will serve the ball. Down 5.
Got to be effective right here. That'll do it.
Oriani digs it out of the ground. McCran takes a swing, kept alive by Farrell, but in the end it's going to be to the ground.
I take exception to that. They came right into my left hand.
Good effort by Barrington, as always.
Tip ball by me.
A great ball by John Parenti.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Southpaw getting it done. Solid enough pass. It's going to be a tough set, though, so McCran's just going to put it over. Keegan corrals it, and that's going to be an unsafe play by Miranda. There's a center line underneath the net, and you can't have your whole foot over it, or else it's considered unsafe, and it's an automatic point to the other team. Miranda had to work really hard to try to keep the ball in play, and unfortunately her foot went all the way over.
And that's the Barrington football team behind you.
So Muehlbauer to serve. Decent pass. They go right side to Crawford, and Crawford gets dug by Floriani. Joust at the middle of the net, and Fasario gets the job done on the joust.
But what a fine effort by Floriani.
Floriano laid out entirely to get that ball from going to the floor. Bulldogs down 4. Crawford serving. Gonna test Floriani. It's a defensive play. Just hit over by Jagar. Now Fowler's gonna try to test the block and can't do so.
Never get over the net.
McCran said no. McCran also the other player in contention for Resby Player of the Year for D2. As Claudia Leonard comes in. McCran also, John, committed to the University of Rochester to play her volleyball next year.
Amazed at the number of players that are moving on.
McCran tries to push Crawford deep and goes too far and misses the serve.
This is where Westerly needs a run of 3 or more.
Keegan has the ball. Senior libero. Good pass by Leonard. Jagar going to push it over. And a tough ball for Crawford to deal with, and she hits it long.
Barrington got away with one because that set to Jagar was too low.
Yeah. It really was not a strong possibility for a kill attempt, and in the end, the error played into the hands. Off passes a pretty good ball. And then the next touch, no good. So Barrington first to 20 with a 6-point lead here in set 1.
Lila was reacting to that ball, simply slipped. Big trouble for the Bulldogs here.
Floriani. Keegan passes a pretty good ball, not set over. Now McCran out of the back row. Wasn't kind of a weird one. Not sure if she was behind the 10-foot line, but we're going to keep playing. And now Leonard takes the rip. Doug, Oth going to get her chance, and Oth hasn't had an opportunity to really rip 1-1 yet. Leonard's going to have a good approach. Dug by Crawford. Keegan keeps it in. Another standing attack by Oth that somehow gets played and kill for Westerly, and boy did they need it to bring the gap back to 5.
Now they need the next 5. Again, when you get to when you get to 20, like we were talking about it, you need every point you can get in a run.
Really do. Oth tests Floriani when she's up to it. They run McCran out of the back row. This time she is behind the 10-foot line.
There's one.
But misses the attempt. Gap is 4. Bulldogs getting ready. No, it's going to be a timeout by Barrington. They've had their way all set. And now they want to talk it over. We'll step away as both teams take a timeout. You're watching NFHS.
You are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk. Don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
If you knew that mixing drugs...
We're back at Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow here, John Parenti. It's 2016 Barrington. Off is serving, though, and she's got one already. This one to Leonard, fought off. Now Leonard's going to get it back. Try to go cross court. Dug by Miranda. And the ball just pushed over by Off. Trouble on who's playing the second ball. It's going to be a free ball and out of bounds by Jaguar. Gap is 3, and Off is still serving. Off. This time Leonard has a bad first touch, and it's going to be maybe a free. No, it's going to hit the floor. Gap is 2.
Leonard never had a chance, and now Barrington showing that little sign of panic.
So the first sign of panic is the perfect way to describe it, John. That's why they pay you the big bucks here. And it's going to be another timeout, the final timeout for Barrington. We'll step away one more time. Here we go, NFHS.
200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver? Would you not? Don't drive drunk. Don't drive high. And try to stop someone who is.
Hey girl, what happened? Hey, don't forget to pick up the pizza.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of ortho.
Off still has the ball as we welcome you back to Rhode Island College. It's 2018 now, so a good service run for Lila, just like you predicted, John. That time passed perfectly by McCran. They go outside to Leonard. Leonard goes cross court. Ball's dug clean. Then they go right side to Fowler. Try to use the block, and the block holds of Boss and Leonard. Boss, a sophomore, has come a long way this season, playing her best volleyball at the right time. Fogarty comes in, and freshman will serve and set for Barrington. They're up 3. Westerly needs its side out here to stay in set 1. Crawford passes a pretty good ball. They go outside to Miranda, tries to use the block. It's dug. Counter coming. Leonard pushes against the block. Fowler says no. And now Fogarty's going to take a rip, and a huge block by Reyes.
Great block.
Ellie Reyes, just a sophomore.
Ella Reyes just loves to play with basketball, volleyball, whatever, tiddlywinks.
She is a great middle prospect here in Rhode Island. Lefty middles are always cool.
What have we been saying all weekend about sophomores?
Well, the old adage used to be underclassmen. The best thing about them is they become upperclassmen. But sophomores are making a lot of good plays, even first years in that first match we had. As it's 2021, Westerly knocking on the door. Why call to serve? Go outside to Fogarty, he tries to use the block, dug by Oth. Keegan puts it in play. Crawford makes a swing, Floriani with the dig. Leonard's going to get a rip cross court, never cleared. Never cleared. So we're deuce 21 all of a sudden as the 6-point lead has evaporated for Barrington.
Remember when it was 7-0?
That was a long time ago now. Why call to serve? Floriani, tough touch. It's going to hit the floor. First lead for Westerly in the match, 22-21.
There's that little bit of disorientation.
And doubt now for Barrington. They need a side out desperately. Why call? Great pass from McCran. They go outside to Fogarty. Tries to tip and can't clear. 23-21.
Falling apart.
They're going to replace Fogarty with Koskin.
Another sophomore.
Need a bigger swing on the outside here, as it's now -2 for Barrington with only 2 to go for Westerly. Floriani, pretty good ball. They go right side. Ball tipped and picked up off the Leonard swing. Block holds up to Crawford's swing. Crawford's now going to just put it over. They'll run an inside ball to Leonard, and it's airmailed out of bounds.
Westerly has gone after Lily Floriani all night. That's where the trouble starts. Not that Floriani's been bad.
Now they're going to take Koskin back out and put Fogarty back in. And an inside ball, front 2, sort of a weird time to do it when you need a good swing. McCran passes another good ball. They go to Boss, and Boss breaks through.
But you still need a couple.
All started with a very good pass. Leonard needs to be good here. They're facing set point. Leonard, tough touch by Wycall. It's going to be a free ball over to the Eagles. Floriani passes a good one. I would go to Bass again. No, they go to McCran, and McCran misses long. First set to the Bulldogs after being down 7-0.
And the Westerly throng erupts.
My goodness.
They weathered it.
I don't think anyone had the 7-point start for Barrington and then dropping 25-22, but that's the way the ball bounces in set 1. You're watching NFHS's presentation of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League D2 Championship Girls Volleyball. We'll be back as both teams switch sides and talk it over. We'll be back.
Foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
Porque los datos sobre la mezcla de varias sustancias son aterradores. De hecho, usted es 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio. No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
Welcome back to Rhode Island College. The Murray Center about to start set 2, Division II Rhode Island Interscholastic League Girls Volleyball Championship. Scott Reslow, head men's volleyball coach at Wheaton College, and guy behind Resv, along with John Parenti, radio legend and former Well, I don't know. You're the broadcaster of everybody.
I guess.
You've worked for sort of everyone.
Had a job, that's it.
In the broadcast world.
Had a job, did the job.
That's right.
That's it.
Amen to that.
Scott, you know what? I think Laurel North, knowing that Barrington serves the ball so well, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the greatest volleyball hitters in the last 10 years at Westerly and had to practice with all of them just to prep her team to handle, being able to handle their serves.
I agree. There's no question that this Westerly team is properly prepared. Laurel Off, the head coach.
First 5 points here will mean a lot.
First serve from Barrington. It's a mean serve. Wycall up to the challenge. They go right side to Crawford. Crawford dug by Floriani. They go outside on the counter to McCran. Oh, kept alive by Miranda. Rally continues. Great play by Miranda there, as that seemed almost assuredly a McCran kill. Another ball kept alive by Keegan and barely out of bounds. So good spirited play and defense by Westerly, but Barrington gets the kill.
They had to work for it, though, Scott.
Absolutely had to work for it.
Nothing is going to come easy for the Eagles.
Muehlbauer, second serve. That ball's going to be long by inches. Not by much, but the down official, the line judge, David Molina, had it out. Savea Crawford, transfer from California, has helped this team considerably. Go outside to Jagar. Now Fowler's going to take a rip. Dug by Floriani. McCran goes high hands. Does she get the swing off the block? No, does not. Ball's out of bounds. And again, McCran has not played the front row in the last 3 to 4 weeks. She was nursing a leg injury. Decent pass by Leonard. It's going to be a free ball over. Crawford tracks it down. High ball to Off. Off's going to go cross court. And the block holds. And Fasaro gets the block one-on-one on Farrell.
And Fasaro, another sophomore, comes up big at a time where teams can really use her.
Yeah, this Westerly Bulldog team is very young, John. Fasaro, a sophomore. Crawford, a junior. Reyes, a sophomore. Miranda, a junior. And then Wycall, Keegan, and Off are seniors. But plenty of good players going to be back next year for this particular Bulldog side.
Barrington's body language is showing just how desperate they are for points.
Oriani. They're going to go to McCran, and McCran sneaks it through Fasaro's block. So they need to get McCran the ball early and often. She's their top weapon, her and Leonard.
She's got the ball now.
So McCran to serve. Jump float. And going to get it off for the ace.
Tough serve.
As we talked about in the first set, John, Barrington lives and dies by the service line. An astonishing 24 aces in the quarterfinal.
No.
McCran misses that one. In that quarterfinal, McCran had 9 aces, which is absurd.
Special.
Absurd. Keegan has the ball. It's her service round. She's going to test Leonard. Going to go to Jaguar. Dug by Keegan. Counter coming. Off is going to have to make an adjustment. Rolls over the top. McCran has it. Outside hitter ball for Leonard. Dug. And now back to Off. Off gets a full approach and gets blocked by Farrell.
Nice play by Farrell.
I know they wanted to go to Off there, but I think it's in their best interest to get Reyes going in the middle. As Floriani toes the line.
Just giving a lot of attention to the best player.
Crawford fights off a mean serve. Kept alive by Reyes. Free ball coming. They're going to run a middle ball that Reyes blocks. They still go forward. Crawford now goes outside to Oth. Oth tries to use the block. The block hold, still alive, kept in play. Rally continues to be great. And the ball hit out of bounds.
But what great play at the net.
Some scramble plays by Westerly to keep everything going, and Jaguar hits the ball out. Bulldogs up 2-6-4. Off the serve. That's a mean one. That thing dove right past the net, right at the 10-foot line, out of the outstretched arms of McCrann.
If you're going to have a short serve, you can't plot it any better than Oth just did.
And McCrann is the top passer for this Barrington side. She's very, very good at serve receive. Ball passed okay. Leonard's just going to poke it over. Dug by Oth. Miranda's going to try to get through the block and does. It was sort of an off-speed shot because it wasn't a great set. And in the end, the kill falls.
But it was adequate enough, and she was ready for it. Miranda was.
8-4. Oth. Another mean serve. It's going to be a double over. And Barrington in some trouble here. They're going to, rightfully so, call timeout. I don't think they want to go out down 0-2 to this Bulldog side. Very tough to come back from down 0-2. You're watching NFHS's coverage of Rhode Island Interscholastic League Girls Volleyball Division II Championships. We're going to step away. We'll be back.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on Superior Comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time.
We're back here at Rhode Island College. We're at the Murray Center for Division II Championship Volleyball. Westerly and Barrington as Lila Oth serves. Leonard's going to try to challenge the block. Dug up by Oth. Now Miranda's going to try to take a swing off of a really tough ball. Reyes thought about trying to pass the ball over, just a free ball bump, but no, forget that. Miranda's taking a full rip.
Allison Miranda is red hot.
10-4 Westerly. Oth serves McCrann. McCrann passes a perfect ball. They go to Leonard, and the block by Fowler holds. Barrington in a world of trouble now. They can't score. That same feeling that Westerly had going into the beginning of set one, now the feeling that is being shared to Barrington. Off with an ace.
Untouched, unchallenged ace. The difference is, Scott, when Westerly was down 7-0, there was no panic. Barrington's down 7 points, there is panic.
Ball landed right next to McCrann on her left foot. Leonard passes a good ball. They run Boss in the middle, but can't connect.
They can't do anything right now, Scott. And they're not in the position to like we talked yesterday, to put the subs in and forget it and go to the third one. You're going to be down 2-0.
You're already in trouble. And it's hard to take everybody out to go down 0-2 as Leonard passes a tough ball. It's going to be an ace for Oth. Everything rolling Bulldogs' way. You sort of called it as the lines were switching that being up 7-0 and losing that set is a real tough feel as Boss is going to come out. And Koskin's going to run middle. Jaguar tries to make something happen. Dug by Fowler. Miranda going to take the rip, try to find hands, but does not. And a hitting error for Miranda stops the bleeding for the Eagles.
I know all she did was say, oh well, afterwards.
That's half the battle, is beginning to shake off the errors. Called the Ted Lasso goldfish effect. And now freshman in to serve. And that ball misses just long. Good eye by the Bulldogs. Not sure I would not have played that.
So the photog from the Westerly Sun is in front of us with a Pubs of Black Island t-shirt. I never realized there were that many pubs in Black Island.
Well,
Side note. Sorry, gang. Had to slip it in.
We got to make a quest to go test all of those. So why call to serve? 15-5. Leonard passes an OK one. They're going to try to run the middle for Koskin, and there's going to be a net violation. Oh, no, it's going to be a net violation on Westerly.
On Reyes.
Yeah, Reyes touched the net.
And again, just shrugs it off. Hey, we're up 9. No panic now. We're on our way.
Call fights it off. Reyes is going to get a swing from the right side, dug by Floriani. Now McCrann's going to swing and gets the kill off of Keegan, jumping to try to make a bid.
Floriani may have just saved the season right there.
Agreed, back-to-back kills, or back-to-back points at least, for the Eagles. Muehlbauer to serve. Muehlbauer's going to get an ace. Yep, I put my credibility on the line for that. Would have been a miraculous play by Keegan to
that would
prove me
have been a
wrong.
tape measure job by Keegan.
Yeah, proved me wrong. But Resvy gets it right this time. Call fights it off. It's going to be back-to-back aces for Muehlbauer. So
Still need a couple more.
That's the way to get back into a game. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it on air or not, but if you serve darts like this Barrington team, they're never truly out of it. As Wycall gets overpowered, it's an overpass. And the kill is good by Fogarty. And a timeout by Coach Oth as their lead is dwindled to 5. Probably a good time to talk it over.
It's like icing the kicker on a field goal attempt.
Right. If we can keep that advantage, life will be good. You're watching NFHS. We'll be back.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more.
Both teams retake the floor here at Rhode Island College. It's 15-10 Westerly. Westerly called this timeout to try to deal with Muehlbauer's serve. Pretty good pass there. They run the middle to Miranda. Miranda gets dug, and now McCrann's going to get a full rip. Keegan has it. Now Crawford's going to get a swing. Dug by Floriani. Start of a long rally. McCrann's going to go chip shot down the line and get the kill.
Some breaths of life for McCrann and company.
I really love that decision by McCrann to just take something off it, put it between the 5-6. Muehlbauer hits the coach and knocks Laurel off over.
And her daughter's laughing at her.
Oh, what do you do?
Lila with a big smirk on her face.
Reyes to serve. Reyes a shorty.
Trouble.
Somehow kept alive by the Eagles. Now they go outside to Crawford. Crawford tries to go down the line. Asking for a touch, but doesn't get it.
Good call. Hey, Barrington right back in it.
That's right, down 4. It's the same sort of feel that Westerly had, but in reverse. So Maya Etheridge in the game to serve for the Eagles. Goes deep. Keegan passes a Pearl. They run the middle, and the block is good by Farrell. That's sort of one of the rules I have in my gym is that if it's a perfect pass, you never set the middle. The middle becomes your decoy there. Westerly learns that one. Now Etheridge's going to serve the ball outside the Ateta. So 4-point advantage maintained by Westerly. Miranda has the ball to serve.
Barrington needs to stop right here just to keep that momentum.
And Lila Oth and Savea Crawford in the front row. That's a big front row for the Bulldogs. Miranda, Tess McCran, who's up to it. They go back to her. She tips over the block, tries to go to 4 and doesn't get it. It was open, but it just didn't clear tape.
Got the 4 hits instead of the 4.
Yeah, I love the thought process. There was nobody there.
You're going to have to give me the review on. I know what the 0 is.
But that's the 4.
Okay.
Miranda, mean serve of her own. McCran defensively puts it in place. And now McCran's got to put a ball in play. Oth's going to get a swing counter, dug by Floriani. McCran, better good ball. Rally continues. Floriani, a great play. Can it be touched again? It cannot. That's a great hustle play by Floriani.
Last year at this time, Barrington's libero was Emma Martin.
That's right.
She collected everything. She flipped, she flopped, she hit, rarely made a mistake. Floriani replaced her, haven't lost a thing.
And she's doing her libero work at Providence College right now.
Not surprised.
Off with the swing, recycles. Oh, and then the next ball butchered between Crawford and Miranda. Sometimes that happens. Just a miscommunication.
Crunch time here for the Eagles. 19-14. And it's going to come right now.
Barrington needs it now. Muhlenbauer to serve. She has the best service run in this set for the Eagles, so the right person has the ball. And Wykow gets overblown by the ball. Wykow has been pretty stout this whole time, but that serve too good. Muehlbauer. Gonna test Wykow again, this time a better one. Ball pushed over, free ball. Let's see what the Eagles do. They go to McCran in the high ball situation. She chops it off the block of Asaro out of bounds. Good swing by McCran.
This is a key point, and I'll tell you why. You don't want to be 20-16. You much rather be 19-17. You can figure out the math.
Muehlbauer gets the
Touch.
ace off a Wykow. Wykow dreadfully uncertain about wanting to play that ball, just threw an arm out there. And John, you're right, way better to be 19-17. Muehlbauer continues her service run. Off, passes a pretty good ball, gonna get it back. Tries to rip off the hands and does not. Ball soars out of bounds. +1 only for Westerly. They need to dig deep.
Now the reverse of the score is 7-6, which makes it much more manageable, and that was my point before. Eagles have a shot, and a good one.
There's a piece of tape on the floor. Now that removed.
If the Eagles tie the game, Laurel Oth's going to think about a timeout.
Muehlbauer. Wykow fights it off. They go right side to Crawford. Crawford tries to use the block. The recycle is complete. And now it's going to be just a weird ball for Westerly. And we're deuce 19. Timeout, Laurel off. Yep. Coach wants to talk it over, and rightfully so. Barrington comes storming back, and we're tied at 19. We'll step away. You're watching NFHS Playoff Girls Volleyball for Rhode Island Interscholastic League.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, That impairs your reaction time.
Both teams return to the floor. Actually, that's not true. Barrington's still talking over. Using every second of their timeout. Westerly's already reclaimed the floor.
Rod Edis is going to like the response of his Eagles in this second set.
Tied at 19, and you got to feel like the Eagles have to have it. You don't want to be in a situation where you climb back into two different situations and lose both.
They were down 5 points 4 times.
Well, I call it. Gives the gift. That ball's probably going out. Roll shot by Oth. That ball missed long by Giguere. She hadn't a swing in a while. That time she tried to paint the back line and just missed. So Westerly back in control by 1 as Crawford serves. Fowler in the game. Floriani passes a Pearl. They go outside. Giguere gets dug. And the back one, front one with Giguere. Stopped by Oth. That's the swing by McCrann.
And we have the magic moment, Scott.
Do it, Doug.
It's 2020, the Barbara Walters moment.
20 all, and McCrann has the ball. Good news, McCrann's serving. Bad news, McCrann's in the back row. Mean serve, gets the ace for Emma. +1 to Emma McCrann, big serve there. Can she do it again? Tough serve rotation for Westerly here. They got everybody back. Ball is going to be freed over to Barrington. Let's see what they do. Floriani has it in good shape. Run inside ball to Leonard, dug easily. It's going to be a free ball again. Again, inside play. Ball slowed down by Fasaro. And now Miranda tries to poke it through and does.
Wow.
I'm still surprised that Barrington's running inside stuff off freeze. You don't need to do that. And the reason it's not a good play right now is that you're in desperation land and the blockers don't have to move. Floriani fights it off. It's going to be a free ball. Crawford passes it pretty tight, kept around, and it's going to be an unsafe play by Miranda. That happened in set 1. Same play in set 2.
If Barrington should win this set, call the campus police because they robbed it.
So a gift for Barrington. Floriani serves Crawford up to the challenge. They go outside to Reyes. Reyes puts an okay charge on it. Doug. Now Leonard's going to get her chance. Oth has it, but it's in an awkward spot. Still, Fowler gets a good swing. Now Giguere's going to have her shot and misses long. Deuce 22. Actually, there's a lot of 2s up there, 5 of them. Off the serve. Now they're checking the scoreboard. Down official Bob Aruda. Aruda's been in the game forever.
What do you think they're checking?
Well, the only thing you could be checking is who's the right person on the floor. And actually, this is great officiating by Aruda because Bassa and Koskin did not exchange, so Koskin should be on the floor. Bob's within his right to call a violation here. Instead, he picked it up early and said, hey, do you really want to do that, coach? And now he's allowing Bassa to substitution in for Koskin. So good officiating by Bob Aruda. Get it right and not a silly penalty. McCrann passes the good ball from Oth. All kept alive. Oth keeps it alive. Free ball to Eagles. Eagles run a back row attack from McCrann and miss. They're going to call to see if there was a lift or something. And off, Lila, the captain on Westerly, is not going to let a captain just talk to the official without her knowing. She comes over. No change on the call. 23-22 Westerly. McCran, decent ball to go outside to Leonard. And Leonard misses long.
No hip.
Nobody had touch there. McCran begging for it. Now timeout Barrington as set 2 is now in the grasp almost of the Bulldogs. It's 24-22 as both teams talk it over. We'll be back. You're watching NFHS.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact,
back here at Rhode Island College, rally has started and
That's
finished by Fowler. As Westerly takes the second set, 25-22. The Bulldogs now up 2-0. As that rally finished by the block. And the Eagles are in a world of trouble now. They're down 2-0. Both teams will switch sides. The Eagles look a little stunned, and rightfully so. Westerly in control here for the Division II state championship. So as both teams switch, John, any parting words before we go to break?
When it was Lila off in the first set, it was Miranda and Fowler who kept things alive in the second. Westerly's getting quality play from all of their players.
So the Bulldogs in control. They need one more to go. Barrington will be fighting for their lives. They need this match to go 5. We'll step away. You're watching NFHS Championship Volleyball.
likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver, would you not? Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Hey girl, what happened? Hey, don't forget to pick up the pizza.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
Porque los datos sobre la mezcla de varias sustancias son aterradores. De hecho, usted es 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio. No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado.
We're back at Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow, John Parenti, Division II state championship, Westerly and Barrington. And John and I shared one word throughout the break. The body language of both teams.
Pizarro and Crawford doing an Irish jig to our left. The Eagles simply walking onto the court, slowly, methodically. Now they get a little bit of a push from Floriani.
Eagles started this match up 7-0, ended up dropping set 1. Then were down 7 or 8 points in set 2 and came back, but ended up losing set 2 in a tight one as well, 25-22.
Westerly's going to get served here. If I'm Floriani, they've picked on her all night, but if I'm Floriani tonight, I want the ball.
Miranda has the ball, and the Bulldogs have a 2-0 advantage. Miranda going to test Floriani, who passes a pearl just as you predicted. And the 31 for Farrell is good. Great swing by Farrell.
And if I'm Westerly, I'm avoiding Floriani.
Muehlbauer, who's been very good at the service line both sets. Now she's going to start set 3, serves a bullet. Wycall fights it off. Crawford gets a swing. Floriani with the dig. Now McCrann's going to try to challenge the block and gets the win.
One thing's for sure, Rez, we've had a crowd behind us.
Yeah, spirited crowd by both sides. Barrington and Westerly alike making plenty of noise. Wycall fights it off. Good rip by Oth, probably the best swing of the day for her. Emma tries to get a swing and Wycall can't handle it.
Great swing by Oth. Floriani wasted it. You know, the Westerly football team that's behind us has not sat down, the student body has not sat down for the entire match.
3-0 Barrington, Muehlbauer. Wycall, tough one. And that was one of those strange plays. You got it, John. Kick it.
There it is.
Good stuff.
I blocked it. I didn't fan on it. Yeah. I settled it.
That's all that needs to be done. Just can't go back on the floor. It's first point for Westerly. Crawford tests Floriani. And then a hitting error by Jaguar. It's a tough ball to swing at for Jaguar. It really wasn't in any rhythm. Crawford tests Floriani again. Jaguar's going to get the same situation. This time pokes it through. Fowler had to fight it off because the first touch was not good. It's 4-2 Barrington.
All right, Leonard's back playing up front. We'll see what she can do. She's had a good night.
She's played well. They need her to have a tick more kills to put them over the hump as McCrann gets another ace. McCrann probably going to be a libero DS at the college level. You never know, though. I mean, the jump from first year to senior as a college player, so many things can happen. She serves very, very tough. It's going to be a free ball over. Leonard has it. They run middle. And Farrell gets denied by Oth.
Little help from Leonard, too.
Sorrow leaves. Reyes comes in. And this is the biggest front line for Westerly. Oth, Fowler, and Reyes. Go right side. Pushed over by Farrell. Dug by Miranda. And now Fowler's going to test the block, and Leonard's going to win that battle.
Tough play for Fowler there.
Ball was set too tight.
Yep.
Not much she could do with it. So 3-point advantage here early in set 3. Remember, Westerly has the first two. Floriani serves the ball out of bounds. Barrington needs to be very good here. Off the serve. Good pass by Leonard. They run the middle, and Boss pushes it to the ground. Fogarty and Freshman come in as the 6-2 pattern runs. Freshman to serve. Tough pass from Miranda. Fowler's going to get a rip, though. Dug by Fogarty. Now back row swing from McCran. Overpassed. Another opportunity for the Eagles. They go to Fogarty on the right side. The block holds by Reyes. Now free ball by Leonard. Crawford, good ball. They run Leonard in the middle. Great dig by McCran. It's going to be a net violation.
And that's so tough because they wasted a very good effort.
That's a good rally. Sometimes rallies are killed by just those micro touches of the net. It's part of the rules, though. As Wycall comes in to serve. And the net's too high. 3-point gap remains for Westerly as Barrington, again, needs to have it. Or else this one's over and Westerly takes home the crown. Leonard to serve. Jump float. Wycall, defensive, but gets it up. Now Reyes, deep corner and finds it. That ball touched the ceiling almost, John, and it landed right in the corner.
Exactly in the corner.
I guarantee you that's not how Reyes designed it, or thought she designed it.
Great athletes get rolls like that. When they're in the same place.
McCran on the right, on the left, gets it down. Good swing by McCran. Pass, her term in the service line, which means Farrell's in the front row. Sophomore. Wycall fights it off. They're definitely picking on Wycall now as Miranda takes the rip and gets the kill. Unreasonable expectation for Boss to try to make that play. It should be the libero or another wing player.
I don't know if I'd call that a rip. I'd call that a changeup.
The libero not on the floor, but still the wing player should be taking that. 2-point lead for Barrington holds. McCran passes a Pearl. She's going to get it back. Tries to rip. I don't think that cleared tape. It did not.
Either that or hit the candy cane. Well, they called 4 hits anyway.
And this is the mental toughness part. As McCran has that look of, what do I got to do here? Miranda, right at McCran. Perfect pass. They go right side to Fogarty, who just sets it over. That's a double. No call. And Crawford misses. That's an obvious double that wasn't called. I mean, it's early in set 3, so I guess it's not too big a deal, but Muehlbauer with the gift has the ball +2. And off a Wycall for the ace. Barrington has made a correct course correction to just go after Wycall here.
And you said it, Mead serve. There's another one my way.
Ball rollers working hard. Muehlbauer. Net doesn't clear. So 11-9, Westerly down early. Only 2 though.
And the ball in the hands of the Californian.
Crawford moved here from California. Made an instant impact for this Westerly side. Pissarro denies Farrell. Now a free ball. Miranda has it. They're going high ball. And really just couldn't clear tape there either. That was Abigail Champlain. So McCran has the ball. If she can put more pressure on her serve, Barrington would love it. Keegan fights it off. Ships it over. Off with the cover. They go outside, back to Off, who tries to use the block, kept alive for a second by Muehlbauer. In the end, the ball goes out of bounds. Point to Westerly. They're only up 2. That Barrington team, that is. And who comes in now? Number 13 again, Abigail Champlin. Floriani passes a pretty good ball. It's going to be a swing by Giguere. Now Champlin tries to clear tape and doesn't. Barrington holds the 3-point gap. Floriani has the ball. Jump floater coming, the lefty. Keegan fights it off, and it's going to be a nice play and finish for Barrington.
4 is not enough.
I think
you're right. Floriani knows it.
I think you're right, John. Keegan, okay pass. They're going to run off. He tips over, dug by McCran.
I wonder if they even know what the call was.
Well, I don't think they understand that the setter can't set the ball inside the 10-foot line. Boss. Disconnect between the setter and the middle. Back-to-back points for Westerly.
And the Bulldogs just hanging around like piranha, waiting for the fish to fry. Oops.
Oh, off misses, her first miss of the day at the service line.
Still, it's only 3.
The gap is 3, and it's definitely within reason for both teams. But if you're Barrington, I think you nailed it. You got to be +5 here at least. And there's another
That'll
one.
help.
That'll help the cause as Miranda can't handle the serve from freshman.
And if you're Westerly, you play the way the Bulldogs have, you don't want to go to 4.
You prefer to be out in 3, indeed. Crawford. Now Miranda's going to have to make a bid, and Boss gets the block. Timeout Westerly as the gap is 5, and I think Coach Hoff wants to make sure that they talk it over and not let it get any further than that. You're watching NFHS. We'll step away.
Residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because
Welcome back to Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow, John Parenti. Barrington up 17-12. But the first 2 sets have gone to Westerly. Freshman to serve, Tess Crawford. It's a tough one for the Bulldogs. Floriani takes the free ball. They run inside to Leonard. And Leonard finds the floor.
Big, big point for Barrington.
That was a huge point, John. Freshman to serve again, continuing her service run. That's a good ball from Crawford. To go right side, Champlin dug. And then a great block by Reyes. That was a mean one. Reyes read the short attack perfectly and threw it to the ground.
Still a ways to go.
Now Westerly unsure about who the next server is. They're probably going to get a delay here. Somebody's got to step behind the service line and serve. As we're all waiting here to see what happens. This is an obvious delay. Probably needs a delay card. You're allowed to ask who the next server is. And that should be real simple. Go to the book, who's the next server?
Now we're ready. It'll be my call.
I called a serve. I'm surprised the up official did not give a delay. But we're going to keep going. Perfect pass from McCran. They go outside to Fogarty. And Fogarty pokes it through.
Aptly called, Scott. That was a poke. Wasn't a blast. Didn't try to hammer it through the block. Just a little poke did the trick. Barrington in real good shape.
Yeah, if you're Barrington right now, you like the way this set feels. Leonard's going to serve. Keegan fights it off. They go outside to Crawford. Crawford's been quiet from the offensive side of things. Fogarty finds the block. So 20-13, Barrington cooking here in set 3, and boy did they need it. As Westerly has beaten him twice in 2 different ways, both not fun. And the ace for Leonard. Timeout Bulldogs, as they're all sorts of in trouble for set 3. They still have the advantage, but this one's slipping away. We'll step away as they both talk about it. You're watching NFHS.
Data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injury.
It's going to be at the half.
Rhode Island College hosting the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division II Championship Final. Scott Resler, John Parenti here. 21-13 Barrington. Leonard has the ball, and she's been serving well. But that one does not clear.
Way to go, Jinx.
I try not to jinx anybody if I can.
Bulldogs still need a touchdown.
Ellis, a sophomore, not necessarily known for her serving, more blocking and attacking, but that one's a mean one. McCran's going to try to rip through, but does not, and that's a hitting error. It's a touchdown minus the extra point now.
If you're Barrington, you just want the ball back.
Another deep, deep ball, and Floriani rightfully lets it go. And they did just that, get the ball back.
Implored by the bench, let it go, let it go.
Maya Etheridge comes in to serve. 22-15, Barrington in control here in set 3. Miranda passes a pretty good ball. They go outside to Crawford. Again, they won't let Crawford score. Fogarty uses the high hands and gets the kill off of Miranda. It's the biggest difference in this set is Barrington is not letting Savea Crawford get a kill.
They kept the ball away from Lila off, too.
Etheridge toes the line. This is long, but they got some room to play with. Off now in the front row with Crawford and Fasaro. Barrington looking for a quick side out. I'm guessing going to McCrann here. Or you can miss the serve.
The worst time to do that.
So set point for Barrington. And the question is, can Westerly regain the momentum in set 4?
Remember at the start of the set when Barrington slowly walked onto the court? The body language is awful. It's going to change when they walk out of the central court, walk onto the court for set 4.
It's going to be a flipped reversal, as they say. Crawford still not finding the floor. Great block by Fasaro to deny Farrell a pretty good middle attempt.
They need 9 in a row.
Doesn't happen at this level very often. As Wycall goes out, Crawford's going to serve. Passed well. And the block holds off of McCrann on the right side, so back-to-back points. And now a timeout from Barrington as they're not wasting any time. They want to end this one right now and get going in set 4.
Can't save them.
Timeout used. We'll step away. We'll be back. You're watching NFHS.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
Both teams jump back on the floor quickly, not even using the full timeout. Crawford will serve, try to keep Westerly in the set. Oriani, tough first pass. Ball hit out of bounds by Giguere. Giguere has had a tough night. Played well in the first set, but having trouble finding it as of late. Just gonna get another attempt at it. Dug by Miranda. Now Champlin fights through and gets a kill. The gap is 4, but still a long way to go. Koskin's gonna come in for Giguere. Crawford still at the service line. Oriani, another defensive one. They go to McCrann in the back row, pokes it, dug by Keegan. Off's gonna get a full rip, block slows it down. High ball to McCrann, goes cross court, gets dug. Now Off gets a full rip, block holds, kept alive, and in the end it's not good enough. Barrington has broken through.
You wondered when it was 9 points if that was ever going to happen.
Westerly did not go easily into that good night, but still, Barrington breaks through. It's 2-1. And the much needed "Don't let us win one" chant, which was heard mid-set, might be true now. We'll see. As both teams switch sides and get ready for the 4th set, Barrington still fighting for their playoff lives here. Westerly still in control, but now they've won one. We'll step away. We'll talk to you soon. You're watching NFHS.
Si usted supiera que mezclar drogas y alcohol puede hacerle 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio, ¿lo haría? No conducir conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado y trate de detener a alguien que lo está.
Hey, manita, ¿qué pasó? Hey, no se te olvide de la pizza.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because of the dead and injured who tested positive for multiple substances. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on Superior Comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of Home Comfort. Visit SuperiorComfortInc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics.
Welcome back to Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow, John Parenti, about to start set 4. It's the Division II Rhode Island Interscholastic League Girls Volleyball Championship, Westerly and Barrington. Westerly won the first 2 sets in really 2 wild ways. And then set 3, Barrington broke through 25-20. So now we get to see if Barrington can maintain the pressure.
Those first 2 sets, vastly different. Westerly fell behind 0-7 in the first set. Ended up coming back to win all the way. Second set, had a 5-point lead, had to hang on to win.
Ball goes outside to Off, and Off does not clear tape. That ball hit middle of the net. Tough swing for Lila. Lila projected to run middle in college. For Westerly, she does everything. She sets, hits outside. That ball served out of bounds.
Barrington gives it right back.
Savea Crawford has the ball. Champlin comes in. Ball served. Oriani with a pretty good pass. McCrant's going to get a good rip on the right side. Kept alive. Going to be a free ball back to the Eagles. They run a back 1. Kept alive. That's going to be 4 hits. That's the swing that Jaguar was looking for. Full rip by Jaguar.
Keegan literally took that one on the chin.
It's the job of the libero, though. You get hit by a volleyball and it stays up. You've done your job. Cran has the ball. Eagles up 2-1. Every point important now. Decent pass. And the ball gets through. We're tied at 2. It was Jenna Parker that scored there. Oriani, very good pass. They run to Leonard, and Leonard gets it through the block of Champlin.
One for me, one for you. One for me, one for you. Lily Floriani's had a great night tonight.
She's played very well, John. Very true. Now she's going to serve the lefty. Crawford passes a pearl. They go outside to Reyes, but overruns the ball. Keegan keeps it alive. Crawford has it. Ball back over by Champlin. Run the back one, front one. Off, slows it down. Champlin's going to take another rip and gets the kill. Champlin was the replacement for Fowler, and she's doing a real nice job. Tied at 3. Leonard gets a full rip and again uses the block of Champlin.
Leonard's a player.
Leonard had a slow start to this match, but has come alive in the last 2. Freshman and Fogarty come in, as has been the strategy all day. Now freshman will serve with a 1-point advantage. And the net says no. Fly call come in. Champlin will come off. Tied at 4. Westerly locked in. Barrington also.
Blackall needs a good serve here.
Gonna test McCran, who passes a pearl to go outside to Fogarty, and Fogarty goes nowhere. Miranda shut that door. Quietly, Miranda has had a good night too, John, for
Yes,
Westerly.
she has.
Miranda, junior. Right side attempt for Leonard coming. Block slows it down. Off has the dig. Miranda tries to find the back line and misses. So Leonard toes the line. Jump float coming. It's a mean one, but Wycall passes it perfectly. Miranda in the middle gets dug. Now Fogarty gets blocked. Recycle's good though. Tip over and out. As McCran was trying to go over the block as Crawford had moved there well. Just missed.
This is, Scott, where fatigue becomes a factor if you're a middle or an outside.
Oh, no question. All the jumps that middles have to do, it's exhausting. Reyes serves. And it's out of bounds. Barrington looked at each other like, I don't know. The line judge had it all the way. It's a miss by Reyes. Pass to serve. Keegan. They go outside to Sevilla. Again, Sevilla not allotted to kill. Call passes another good one. Sorrow gets dug. Counter coming. Fogarty gets through. Fogarty's another one, John, that has gotten better as the match is going on.
Yep.
7-6 Barrington. Pass to serve. Keegan fights it off. It's going to be a free ball. Let's see what the Eagles do with it. Tough first touch, though. They're going to go to McCran. Now another joust. High ball for Westerly. It's a pretty good ball. Miranda trying to find something and does. Just pushed it down the line.
Now Miranda comes in with an opportunity.
Now Off is in the front row along with Crawford. Outside to McCran. Doug. Oh, it's going to be overpassed. Crawford keeps it around, but there's going to be a net violation on Fasaro. Asara looking around, thinking, was it me? I don't think it was me.
They called her.
Muehlbauer. Decent pass from Keegan. They go outside to Oth. Oth is going to try to test the block and hit the ball long.
Muehlbauer has excellent pace on her serve.
So the last couple of swings by Oth, she's trying to go high hands and missing. She's probably going to need to go cross court here soon. It's going to be a free ball over to the Eagles, see what they do. Floriani passes a pretty good ball. Cran's going to get a good swing and go high hands off of Crawford for the kill.
Suddenly Barrington up 3.
Westerly has seen enough. Coach Off wants to talk it over. They're fighting, but they're down 3, and it feels like the hill is getting more and more more challenging for them. We'll step away as both teams talk it over. You're watching NFHS.
Care right away with no referral needed. In convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Orth RI Express. Injuries don't wait. Neither should you.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver, would you not? Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Hey girl, what happened?
Welcome back to Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow, John Parenti. Barrington on the march. It's 10-7. They broke through in set 3. And it feels like they have the momentum right now. But a missed serve will help the Bulldogs get back on track.
But Scott, you and I were talking about it during the break. If this goes to 5, the team that has the serving prowess has the advantage.
I think so. If a team serves tough in a race to 15, you can find yourself in trouble really fast. And Barrington has the service edge in this match. Block holds off the swing. And in the end, it's going to be a point to Westerly.
And a push by Reslow.
I still got it. If my legs weren't terrible, I could still play this game. But my knees are shot, John.
Join the club.
Crawford, decent serve, but a better pass. McCrann's going to try to go cross court and find the back line, and does. That was the shot she was trying to get last set. Did so well here. Biggest change to the lineup was Chaplin for Fowler. Not sure if Coach Oth is going to go back to Fowler. As McCrann serves and gets an ace.
Hit the soft middle.
McCrann, one of the meanest servers in the league, no question about it. And when she gets hot, there is not much you can do. It's another tough one. Out of system for Westerly for sure. Free ball, it doesn't clear. And certainly now it feels like the Bulldogs are just hanging on by a thread. And it's only 13-9, John.
And it's nothing extraordinary that McKay's not doing. She's just doing her thing.
Cran setting up for another mean serve. And that's going to go out of bounds. 3 aces from McCrann. McCrann, again, she had 9 aces in the quarterfinal. Probably had at least 7 in the Mount Hope match. And that's just me guessing. I don't have statistics in my head. Just such a mean server. As that ball finally goes out of bounds for Westerly, but they're down 4.
She has at least a half a dozen in this one.
Keegan now serving. There's a 4-point deficit. Tough first pass. Going to be a swing out of the middle. And that one goes long. That was Farrell. Again, a lot of times when you have middles taking swings out of what their normal rhythm is, it's hard to find the floor. That was just a desperation play.
Keegan has one job, and that's it.
Block holds there from Reyes as Jaguar tried to get through. Could not. Gap cut in half. So Westerly finding their footing here after siding out from McCran. Two cracks at it. Behind the line, so Champlin can take a full rip. Dug well, free ball coming, Auth has it. Probably need to go to Auth here, they do. Auth tries to go down the line and does so.
Big ball. And it all starts with Keegan again. Ripping it down the middle, avoiding any trouble along the lines. Just getting the job done with the serve.
Keegan with another serve in this line. Tess McCran, who's perfect. They go outside to Leonard. Doug. Now a high ball to Champlin, who tries to corkscrew it through, but the ball is Doug, and now the counter rally keeps going. That was a weird play. Peanut Gallery not happy about something as the rally continues to go, and Leonard's going to finish with the kill.
It's the Barrington soccer team behind us.
They saw something they didn't like. And they were very verbal about it.
Yes, they were.
15-13 Barrington.
Almost had to call the censor.
Defensive pass, and that's going to be an ace for Floriani. And that's the problem when service pressure is coming at you. It can break you down mentally, and people forget whose jobs are what.
For all the good that Keegan did, Floriani's about to equal it.
Tough touch by Auth. It's going to be a free ball to the Eagles, controlled well. They run a back one, and the back one works. Jaguar with the kill.
Back up to 4.
Timeout Westerly. Second timeout used for the Bulldogs. They will have none going forward. But Coach Auth feels this is the pivotal moment if they want to win it in 4.
They haven't been tested like this all year, Scott.
We'll step away. You're watching NFHS.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana.
Welcome back to Rhode Island College at 17-13 Barrington. Westerly on the ropes here. Lucky for the Bulldogs, they won sets 1 and 2. But they are in trouble here in set 4. As they've already lost set 3 and set 4 in jeopardy, 18-13.
You talk about McCran and her dangerously hard services. What about Floriani?
Floriani serving again.
Ooh.
And the net denies her another point, but still damage done up 4. And we haven't even talked to John about how Barrington is the defending champs. They won it last year, and it's real hard to put the defending champs away. As off the serve. McCran passes a Pearl. They go outside, and Leonard gets another kill. I don't know why, if you're Westerly, you're even serving McCran at all. Like, don't go near her.
She's been their best player so far tonight.
She is their best player, and she's going to be a libero at the college level. Probably shouldn't give her the ball. Freshman comes in, as does Fogarty, whose level is picked up. Barrington in a good position if they can get one here. Miranda gonna get the ball back. Swing cross court. No, actually it's through the block and off of Fogarty's hands. Fly call will come in. Champlin will leave. Fly call a senior. Serves McCran, and Leonard hits one long, so Leonard gives one back. Gap is 3.
And it's up to Whitecall to do exactly what Keegan did. Just get the ball in play.
Again, going after McCran. Seems like the plan is to try to go after her. Fogarty gets slowed down. Gets it again. Fogarty again stopped. Third time's the charm. No, they go to Leonard. Leonard dug. Right side to Miranda, and she misses.
Why would you go to McCran?
I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, that ball should have probably been sent to Crawford, though Crawford has had a hard time finding the floor. So maybe Oth felt, hey, Miranda's the play to go here. But you got the big lefty as well in the middle. Barrington first to 20. It's going to be a free ball over to Barrington. Outside to Fogarty, who's been very good of late. Now Crawford's going to get a swing. Crawford dug by Furlani. Good swing by Fogarty, but kept off. Miranda tries to chip it and gets the kill.
They found the belly.
So Oth grabbing each front row player going, hey, lock in, now's the time. As they're down 7, Reyes serves. Alani passes a Pearl. They go outside to McCran. McCran gets slowed down. Oth has it. Who's going to take a swing? It's going to be Crawford. No, she's going to bump it over. Awkward. Now the ball set all the way across to Fogarty, who's taking full rips now. And that ball passed out of bounds by the Eagles.
Here come the Bulldogs.
Fogarty, who has not been taking giant swings in the beginning, and now is taking full swings. And it's going to be timeout Barrington as the gap is cut to 2. You're watching NFHS and the presentation of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division II Girls Finals.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
Si usted supiera que mezclar drogas y alcohol puede hacerle 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio, ¿lo haría?
We're back. Reyes to serve. Barely squeaks over. McCran has it. She's going to get it back and just put a ball in play. Wycall digs it. Crawford's going to get a full rip. And I thought maybe that would be the time Crawford gets one, but she doesn't. The ball passed over. Oth keeps it in play. Tipped over by the middle. Kept alive.
Great
Rally
defense.
continues. Miranda, dug by Furlani. Go right side to McCran, who gets a good swing. Slowed down. And just a ball pushed over by Miranda. Furlani makes another good bid. Eagles still keep it going. And now Crawford gets a good swing. And Crawford gets blocked.
Huge. And everybody was involved. Floriani, McCran.
Crawford unable to score has been the story of the last 2 sets for the Bulldogs. 21-18 Barrington, huge point for the Eagles. And now an ace for Boss.
Don't let us win. We said at the beginning.
Bulldogs in a world of trouble. 22-18, Eagles. Why call? Another tough pass. Crawford's going to get nothing to swing at, so she just rolls it. Dug by Boss. Outside to Fogarty, who gets another one. I'm still impressed by the change of pace from Fogarty's swings. The first two sets were all just soft. Every swing now is a full, giant rip. It's going to be an ace for Boss. And this set all but over. We're going 5. Westerly in a world of trouble now. All the good vibes are gone, and they can't score.
They've never been taken to 5, at least this year.
Boss, another mean one. Y call, very tight to the net, and that's going to be a violation.
There it is.
As off as a back row player, we're going 5. Bulldogs got all sorts of things to work out, and they get 15 points to figure it out. We'll step away as both teams talk it over, and the captains do the toss. You're watching NFHS.
Si usted supiera que mezclar drogas y alcohol puede hacerle 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio, ¿lo haría? No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado y trate de detener a alguien que lo está.
Hey, manita, ¿qué pasó? Hey, no se te olvide de la pizza.
At Ortho Rhode Island, we've built the future of orthopedic care around an important foundation, you. Our experienced surgeons and specialists offer the full spectrum of orthopedic care with leading-edge treatments and technology and a one-of-a-kind patient experience. From diagnosis to outpatient surgery, physical and occupational therapy, acute injury care, and advanced imaging, we make you the cornerstone of innovative care. To learn more or schedule an appointment, visit orthopedicsri.com.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because of the dead and injured who tested positive for multiple substances. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high, and try to stop someone who is.
Since 2005, Rhode relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a $69 heating system inspection. When homeowners need superior service, they call the Viking of home comfort. Visit superiorcomfortinc.com or call 401-552-9201 to schedule service today.
When you're driving, reaction time is very important. If you've been drinking, that impairs your reaction time. Now, if you add drugs to that equation, even marijuana, you are decreasing your reaction time even more. How do we know? Because the numbers don't lie. The data about mixing multiple substances is scary. In fact, you are 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver. Don't drive drunk, don't drive high.
When you or your loved ones are hurt, they deserve the best care fast. Ortho RI Express offers same-day injury care by orthopedic specialists you won't find in walk-in and urgent care clinics. Our experts make it easy to get the right care right away with no referral needed. And convenient locations in Warwick, Providence, Wakefield, and Middletown. Ortho RI Express. Injuries don't wait, neither should you.
If you knew that mixing drugs and alcohol might make you 200 times more likely to cause a crash than a sober driver.
Welcome back to Rhode Island College. Scott Reslow, John Parenti, set 5 of the Division II Rhode Island Interscholastically Girls Volleyball Finals. Westerly won the first 2, Barrington won the second 2. And it starts with a service error from the Eagles.
And we talked about it during the fourth set. Service becomes doubly important now.
First two sets, 25-22 Westerly. Third set, 25-20 Barrington. Fourth set, 25-18 Barrington. Ball kept alive, but it's not going to be good enough. Westerly up 2-0. Fowler back in the game as Champlin played the last two sets.
We've been here 2.5 hours. Both student sessions have not sat down yet.
Crawford serves McCran, passes a pretty good ball. McCran's going to get it back. Tip over the block, kept alive by Keegan. Now Walt's going to do a tip of her own. Somehow back over the net. Now Walt's going to take a swing. Dug by Leonard. And then the next touch by Muehlbauer is no good.
Great start for the Bulldogs. A lot on the line here. Barrington defending champions. Westerly 20-0 coming into this match.
Crawford still at the service line. This time Tess Forlani. And Jaguar tries to go down the line, but the big candy cane says no. Timeout Barrington. A very tough start for the Eagles, who have played such good volleyball the last two sets. Westerly got the start they absolutely needed after what just happened. And now both teams are going to talk it over.
They haven't had a start like this since the second set.
Both teams trying to figure out the best way forward. Barrington needs to get a good swing. They haven't had a good one in a bit. Meanwhile, Crawford is just sort of placing the ball in from the service line. Westerly already on the floor again. Now Barrington will join them. The front line for Barrington, Jaguar, Farrell, and Leonard. No, excuse me, not Leonard. McCran. Have to think the ball's coming to McCran here on the right side, but then they have to deal with Oth as the blocker. McCran gets the rock. It's not a good one. She tries to bump it over with some pace, and it goes wide by a lot.
Now it's the Bulldogs who have become, the Eagles who have become a bit glued again.
5-0. I don't think anyone predicted this type of start for Westerly. Crawford puts another one in play. Leonard passes the ball. They run middle. Block holds by Fasaro. Now just a standing attempt by Leonard as she's back row. Hall's going to get a decent swing here. McCran counter. Block holds. Florani saves another one. Now Fowler, who hasn't taken a swing in 2 sets, gets through for the kill.
Gemma Fasaro's block made that point. Her block on McCran.
Beautiful save by Floriani. Jaguar's gonna go out. But I don't know if that's gonna make much of a difference. Crawford, Tess Floriani, it's pretty good. McCran's gonna take a swing. Kept alive by Crawford, and then Keegan runs into Crawford, and that's how they lose their first point.
And they come up laughing. Bulldogs back feeling good about themselves.
Can they hold it? The meanest server in the building has the ball in McCran.
And that's why.
Gets an ace.
Every one of those from here on out is clutch.
Jenna Parker gets overwhelmed by the McCran ace. When you can serve like McCran, you're always in it. Another mean one at Parker. Defensively kept in play. It's going to be a free ball. See what the Eagles do with it. They go back one to Koska. And now it's going to be free ball over by Leonard. High ball going to Oth. Oth dug. Now a ball for Leonard to take a good rip at. Kept in play. Joust coming. Still kept alive. Rally continues. Farrell tries to get through. Farrell tries to get through. And in the end, it's going to be a ball bumped over by Fasaro in sort of desperation that finds the floor.
Pizarro found the exact spot she needed to get the ball to.
Fowler now in the front row. Keegan to serve. Keegan's going to test Floriani, who's been great all day. McCran gets dug by Crawford. Off, takes a full rip, and gets stopped. Farrell and Koskin said no.
And now Floriani, whose last serve went into the net, looking to atone.
You got Leonard, Boss. That ball served long. I was going to say, you have a bunch of sophomores in the front row and a senior in Costco. Costco and Boss, sophomores. Now the tide is ticked. Leonard, senior, passes a pretty good ball. She's going to get it back, rips, and gets through. So the gap is 4. Fogarty comes in, freshman does well. Barrington pushing 4. Westerly first to 8. We're playing to 15 points here in set 5. Miranda fights it off, gonna get it back. Puts a ball in play, another dig for Floriani. She's gotta have 50.
You're not lying.
And that ball missed wide by McCran.
We have seen some great volleyball, Scott. We got 2 more tomorrow.
It's true. D3 and D4 championships tomorrow. But for right now, we're in set 5 of the D2 championship with Westerly trying to knock off Barrington, the defending champs from last year. Ball set over with purpose. Ball is a kill. Leonard's gonna leave. Muehlbauer will come in to serve. Muehlbauer has been the second best server for this Barrington team.
By McCran, yeah.
Cran's been the top. They're pushing 4. They're gonna test Wycall, who gets it up in the air. Crawford, who has not gotten a kill, gets her first kill in probably 4 sets, John.
Is there a more opportune time?
Huge kill by Crawford, who had been stymied for at least 3 sets, maybe 4.
They score here, they can taste it.
Emery comes in to serve and misses long.
You haven't been in the match all night, you come in and the adrenaline's flowing and bombs away.
I like the idea of changing up the server and providing someone Barrington hasn't seen before all day, but the error is true, and now Bass will serve. Keegan fights it off. Go outside of Crawford, he's gonna tip. Now McCran's gonna get a full swing and get the, oh no, it's
out.
wide! Everything felt good there, and instead the ball goes wide. That's a huge miss. 11-6, 4 to go for the Bulldogs. Miranda serving, front line of Off, Crawford, and Frisaro. Fogarty saves a point there, takes a rip. Doug, high ball to Crawford. Who gets another one? No, it's not a double. Wow.
Oh, play by Floriani.
And the ball finally falls. I thought there was a double contact in there.
So did I. My jaw was dropping.
I thought that was easily the Eagles' point. Instead, the play continues. And Barrington calls a timeout. They're in a world of trouble. They're down 6 with only 3 to go. My goodness gracious. We'll take our last timeout. You're watching NFHS.
Porque los datos sobre la mezcla de varias sustancias son aterradores. De hecho, usted es 200 veces más propenso a provocar un choque que un conductor sobrio. No conduzca borracho, no conduzca drogado.
Since 2005, Rhode Island residents have relied on superior comfort to deliver the region's most trusted heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical services. And now, we're thrilled to introduce you to Victor the Viking. Let Victor help your home conquer the cold season with a 60.
It's 12-6 here at Rhode Island College. Westerly trying to finish the job. It's been a weird one. They won the first 2 sets, lost the second 2. Now Miranda's up 12-6 with the serve. It's a mean one, and it falls to the floor. Farrell was the only one near it. It's a tough play for a middle to make. 2 points away for a state championship for Westerly in an undefeated season. Hard to do. Miranda goes deep. McCran gets flustered, but it's going to be a free ball over. Tough free ball to be played. Floriani, who's been very, very good. Fogarty takes a full rip and gets through the off block.
It's a big hit.
Huge kill that probably can save the season if they can rally.
It's a big if. At 13-7, that's a big if, Scott.
Well, again, with a giant serving team, it's the only chance they have is to get a bunch of aces here.
You sign out at set point, match point, championship point.
That's a mean one for Wycall to deal with. Going to be a free ball. Barrington should be cooking here. Passed well, they go right side. Tipped over, and the kill for Jaguar. That's the start. Barrington has to be near perfect, John, as you mentioned.
I think Rodriguez's tactics are simple. Go to Wycall.
Another tough serve. Wycall better pass this time. Off is going to get a good rip, and Off gets the kill. Right through the block.
I was just mentioning to you how Off has been relatively quiet for the last 3 sets.
State championship point, match point for Westerly. Crawford has the ball. 14-8. Barrington needs a side out. Crawford for the win. And that's the ace. Westerly completes the whole thing. They go undefeated, start to finish. Westerly is your Division II state champion.
And look at the class on Ava Bass. Big smile on her face, comes through the line, congratulates every single member of the Westerly volleyball team.
So the defending champs cannot turn it around. Credit to Barrington. They had lost the first 2 sets, and this easily could have been a blowout. Instead, the Eagles fight and fight and fight and get back in it, force a set 5. Really got off to a tough start at the end there at set 5 and really couldn't get it going. Meanwhile, Westerly, again, how's that feel going up 2-0? All of a sudden you're down, you're down in the 3rd and 4th set, and it's even at the end. And they come out strong in set 5.
Well, Westerly team came in 20-0, 54-6 in sets 1 over the course of their opponents. Actually, I should make that 60-6 after the quarterfinal and semifinal.
3 of those 6 sets lost were to the Barrington Eagles.
Yep.
And Barrington, a quality.
That was going to be my point before I couldn't spit it out.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead of you. But the Barrington Eagles, an absolute quality opponent, and the defending champs did their school proud, fought to the bitter end, but it was Westerly's year of destiny as they go undefeated on the year and are your Division II state champions here in the Rhode Island Interscholastic League.
And a big sigh of relief from Laurel Ash and her assistant coaches, and for the players as well, and especially for the seniors.
It's so hard, John, to go undefeated. So hard. And this Westerly team just was able to pull it together and keep going. And in the end, great performances from Lila Off, obviously. Allison Miranda, I thought, had a great night. Played very, very well. And then really Savea Crawford, who didn't have the best night, but when it mattered most, came through and got some big kills to finish the job.
She had a superb night.
Meanwhile, for Barrington, Floriani, probably the top libero performance we've seen today, was really outstanding. Claudia Leonard had a great night, and of course Emma McCran played very good volleyball, as she often does.
Great night. What are they going to do for an encore tomorrow? Tollgate comes in undefeated. Pontiac comes in undefeated. I hope I have a voice.
Yeah, we might be in trouble for those two, as Tollgate will host Woonsocket, and Pontiac has who's Pontiac have? I'm sorry, Tiverton. I'm delirious from this match.
Yeah.
And Pontiac and Tiverton will do battle. So again, another great day of volleyball tomorrow, starting at noon. Scott Reslow and John Parenti will be there for that. So we hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division II and Division I Girls Volleyball Championships. NK won the first one, Westerly won the second one. John Parenti, as always, a pleasure doing work with you.
See you tomorrow.
We will be here tomorrow. I am Scott Reslow. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow for the conclusion of the Rhode Island Interscholastic League Championship Weekend. Have a good night, everybody. See you at noon.